These oceanside views, the alchemy. Ain't nothing crazy like the city in the summertime. So when it's winter, I still be on my summer grind.
Handle your business. Handle your business.
Loyal and honor, don't break the bro codes. The more red rose, max with the rose gold. Whoever counted me out, they can't count. Oh.
Tell me something I don't know.
And, Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Breeze to throw on second down. He gets it to Thomas. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13 and also a first down. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
Got it.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. On second down, here's Breeze. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down. third and long. It's Breeze. And Thomas has it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And able to work his way down to the 16. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his second season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did, and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners, those guys who can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while. I believe he went to Hutchinson Junior College before matriculating at Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL, where he is now a star.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Here we go.
Breeze now on first down. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Josh Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's Roethlisberger. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
On second down, it's Bell. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
And how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. Flushed out right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it. Ends up getting the ball stripped.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll run it with Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. Nifty move. He finds an opening past the 40 and brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play?
That's what you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Here we go.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And some space here. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. Throw left side taken in by Hill. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Breeze. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
Here we go. Jack 16.
Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. The Saints with an extra defensive back here on third on the field.
Could they blitz?
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route. He also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction. I was able to track the ball in another.
Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Throw complete there. Rodgers. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
And he gets it down to the 32. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On second down, Roethlisberger. Throw left side is complete to Rodgers. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's McDonald. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. They go play action now. Roethlisberger escaping the pressure right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's third down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. The Steelers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Again, it's Roethlisberger. He's got his man on the crossing route. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Boswell's kick is good. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Man open right side, it's Rodgers. 23 yards on the play.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
A give to Bell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And they can't bring him down. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And I think their fans are saying, hey, where's that Roethlisberger to Brown connection been in this one?
First time they get together is in the second half. I don't think any of us would have predicted that going in because we know how valuable that is to their offense. And that could be a big reason why they're not winning right now.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. So after the INT, it's Breeze. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. It's a big play there for the Saints. And even 50 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They run it again with Kamara. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup there. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Now it's the backup Bridgewater. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Javon Hargrave in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now Breeze on the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And it'll bring up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Breeze. And this is going to be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And Lutz's kick is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, The way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Demario Davis there on the stop. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll go again with Bell. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got Rodgers. Roethlisberger finding Rodgers, and the Steelers convert on 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
You got him. You
Back now here live in New Orleans. A 10th carry for Kamara. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Barry Church, the strong safety, the one to get him down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a 2nd down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. We talked early on about this defense needing to hold him under 100 yards. He's had a few good runs, but he is under 100, and maybe not coincidentally, they're trailing here in the 4th.
Well, sometimes the best plans actually do get executed, and so far they're on their game.
And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive. Just
got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Vance McDonald, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes it 24-13. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. To throw is Brees. That's out to Hill, right side complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. A give. This is Kamara. And an alley to run. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a third and just a few inches. Here's Kamara trying to run for it, and he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Bree's going to sneak it, and they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
For those vertically challenged quarterbacks, here's a time where they will tell you it's an advantage to be a little bit on the smaller side, able to duck in behind their offensive line and stick the ball across the imaginary yellow line for a first down.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
4 down. Check. Easy. Got it. Motion.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
3 down.
On the keeper, it's Breeze. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good